Social and political commentary from a Christian male perspective.
All right. We are back for another Saturday school report card. Saturday, I don't know. We're going to come up with a better name for it. I promise you. All right. I'm sure you've seen this infographic floating around Twitter as well as Facebook. And it just reads as follows. Not a single student can read at grade level in 30 Illinois schools. And most of you all notice one of the big takeaways is that most of these schools are in Chicago. All right. So we got that part. And lots of people got something to say about it. Lots of people have some feelings about it. I just want to point out maybe 3 points on this that we're going to jump into Hellcat and get over to those comment section. Yes, most of these are Chicago schools, but a lot of them are charter schools. And that's going to come up later on. So we're going to look at it. Also, I just want you to look at the funding. So we see here on the left-hand side, we got the school name. We see the district that it's a part of, but then over to the fourth column, school spending per student. And to me, this is probably the biggest thing that every parent, every stakeholder should be paying attention to, because this is how much your school district spends to educate or not your student every day. And I think you need to look at this. You need to be aware of it. So the numbers go down as low as $8,000 per year to educate students, all the way up to $56,000 a year. That's $4,000 a month. And that's in a 12-month year. Of course, they're not even in school that long, but that's $4,000 a month plus. And these kids at Douglas Academy High School in Chicago are not able to read on grade level. Now, I will say again, on grade level usually means 2 to 3 years behind. So again, if they're a senior, they're reading probably at a freshman level. Or if they're in the third grade, they're probably reading at a kindergarten level. Hate to say it like that, but that's usually what it means. Now, some school districts make it 2 years behind. Some say 3, but I think we all can agree any years behind to that degree is problematic. So you probably have already noticed there's a lot of this YCCS right here. There's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 YCCS schools out of 30. So that's almost 50% of this list is YCCS. And what is YCCS? I'm glad that you asked. And stick around till the end. We're going to find out. But before we do all that, we're going to jump into Hellcat and get down here to this comment section, because there's some spicy things in this comment. So let's go down here to the comments. And I thought this one was very interesting. There's about 3 of them that I really want to point out. This young lady says this: I taught in public schools for 27 years. It's incredible to hear my fellow conservatives lay 100% of the blame for educational failure at teachers' feet, when factors like illegal immigration, chronic absenteeism, and disintegrated families are rarely factored in. Though I agree with this young lady 100%. We do blame teachers for a lot, but please understand, when things go well, teachers are right there at the front of the line to get those kudos. So we have to do that. And I do believe that teachers have the biggest impact, even with those factors that are mentioned here. Teachers have the biggest ability to work even with these kind of restrictions, even with food insecurities or broken families, fill in the blanks, dirty children, kids that don't have good mental health, those kind of things like that. Teachers are still able to deal with those situations and bring about a result that can be beneficial for everybody. Now, again, a lot of these factors are outside of our control. There's nothing we can do about them, but we still work within those parameters pretty much from a day-to-day basis. Definitely month to month, the rules change and the configurations move around, and we still have to make do with what we have and make the change. So though I agree with her, I just don't think that it's but we got to take the good with the bad. If we're going to accept the praise for doing all this, then we got to accept the negative outcomes that come as well. There was another really interesting one right here that I thought is an infographic. Oh, here it is. K-12 public schools spend $17,280 per pupil. Homeschooling costs about $1,000 per year. Only 33% of public school students are literate. About 99% of homeschoolers are literate. Incredible. Though I think that's a little bit overgeneralization, I think the truth of the matter is in there somewhere, is that there's much better ways and more competitive ways to educate our students and see success. And we don't see that because we've just kind of regulated and given up that this is the only way to educate children. This is the only way. And we see how they're failing and letting these students down. And now let's talk about this organization that you all are asking about, this association. Well, let me bring it in for you. It's called the Association House of Illinois. Now, the Association House is located, this particular high school, the one that was charging $56,000 a year, or rather was spending $56,000 a year. It is a charter school in Chicago. And of course, it's a part of District 299. It serves students in grades 9 through 12. The current principal is David Piper. The school is a part of the Youth Connections Charter School Network, offering an alternative pathway to graduation for students 16 to 21 who may have been underserved in traditional public schools. I'm going to stop right there for a second. No, if somebody is 16 to 21 and they're still in high school, they ain't been underserved by the school. They've been underserved by society. They are very much out of the realm of normal or traditional student. I'm not blaming them and saying that they can't learn or anything of that nature, but let's just call a spade a spade. This is almost like an alternative school for somebody who's been expelled from regular school. That's almost what this is starting to sound like, who may have been underserved by the traditional public schools. Their mission focuses on providing compassionate, individualized support through relevant anti-racist education to empower students to transition their lives. And let me real quick, if you're focusing on anti-racist rhetoric, that's why your students can't read. That's why. Like your focus is off. That's anti-racism is foolishness. It's nonsense. And what is their mission right here? We offer compassionate, immediate, and individualized social and academic support. We commit to empowering students through relevant anti-racist education. We will work to develop the essential tools each student will use to transform their lives and realize their endless potential. No, you're teaching them nonsense. If you're teaching anti-racism, you're teaching nonsense. Nonsense. You might as well be teaching them about unicorns. You're teaching nonsense. And that's why those students can't read. What's their vision? To stabilize and support each unique student in their current circumstances to help them overcome and root out inequities and to prepare them to stand in power for the world they will inherit. You're teaching them nonsense. That's why they can't read. I'm sorry. You're not teaching them what they need to do. You're teaching them nonsense. You're teaching nonsense. And YCCS, Youth Connections Charter School, you're teaching bona fide, unfettered nonsense. That's why. So let's just real quick, let's look at their programs. Associated House High School offers a new path for 16 to 21 left behind in traditional public schools. We are not like other schools here. Here, you'll receive a personalized support you need to earn a high school diploma. Our team of certified teachers and mentors break down the barriers to keep students from graduating, helping each student build a better future. I guess reading is not a part of it. Behavior health, child welfare. I can see it already. Community health, workforce development. Very interesting. All right, let's I'm just scanning through real quick because this is one of the main culprits or the main contributors to the 30 plus schools in Illinois that are not students are not operating on grade. That's it. So I just thought it was interesting because this charter district is literally contributing 12 of the schools that are not living up to snuff. And they go from as little as, looks like $15,000. Like 15 is probably the lowest, to their most expensive school that they are working with is $52,000 a year per pupil. I don't even know how that even works. I thought the charter system, I thought they would probably level it out, but clearly they don't. And this is all, of course, so we can look at all of their various offerings from their different alternative high schools, as well as middle schools and elementaries. But what we're seeing here is that there's a deep, deep, deep disconnect. And I just want to know what y'all think about it. So down in the comments, let me know. Am I off? Am I just being picky? What? Tell me what you think about it. I'd love to hear what you think about this, and let me know. I appreciate you participating in Saturday School. Thank you so very much. Thank you for helping us hit our goal of 50,000 subscribers. All you got to do is hit that like button and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's free to you, but it helps us out a ton. So I really appreciate that nonetheless. And let's see you down in the comments. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.